So I was on YouTube consuming watch content, which I tend to do quite frequently, and I came across a video from Mark at Long Island Watch. I don't remember if it was a short, I think it was, but he was talking about some new products he got in, and one of them was the watch we are going to check out today. So today we are going to look at the Jour SeaColt. When I saw his video, I said, "Ooh, I was intrigued. The blue and the gold," and I said, "It's a good looking watch." I went over to his website and I picked one up. So shout out to Mark for bringing these in. I guess these are new. I don't know if they're new to his inventory or new in general. I'm not too sure about that. But it's a beautiful watch. Their customer service is great. I'm not sponsored by it. I just quick shipping, fast shipping. Mark seems like a nice dude. I bought a couple of products from him, including some Islanders, and they do a great job. So let's get this bad boy over the table and take a look at the Jour SeaColt. All right, guys, so here it is, the Jour SeaColt with the blue dial and the rose gold accents, rose gold type. I'm sure it's a PVD coating. But yeah, man, there it is. Now, I'm just set this aside for a second. I normally don't show the box, but I want to show you because it's a pretty cool box for what you get for the price of this watch, which I believe is around $850 maybe. I think they're hovering right around $850. So you get this beautiful, nice, it comes a cardboard outer box, nice wooden box with, of course, the pillow and all the warranty stuff in there. You get a little cloth. I just thought I'd kind of show you that. I was kind of impressed with the little wooden box here. So let's set this aside, let you know what you get if you decide to buy one of these. So there it is, man. The Jour SeaColt with the blue textured dial. Look at that AR on that heavily domed crystal. We're going to take a look at that. So yeah, let's get into the specs and features of this watch. This watch has a 42 millimeter case diameter. It is 14 millimeters thick to this heavily, I don't even know if you'd call that box, because it's not, it's seriously steeped right there on that crystal. Look at that bad boy. That's very cool. It is 49 millimeters lug to lug, and that's the true lug to lug because those are female end links. It has a 22 millimeter lug width. It is powered by the Sellita SW200-1 automatic movement. It has a sapphire crystal, 200 meters of water resistance, a 60 click unidirectional dive time bezel with a ceramic bezel insert. And guys, listen to those clicks. Reminds me of the Tudor Black Bay. Very solid, very positive. Let's do it again. Listen to that. Some serious clickage there. That's awesome. Everything lines up perfectly. As stated before, ceramic bezel insert, which everything is loomed on there. It has a 3 o'clock signed screw down crown. The bracelet is 22 millimeters, tapering down to 18 millimeters to the fully milled clasp, which is friction fit. That's a minor negative to me because I posted a video before that friction fit clasps are kind of a pain, but it won't completely sink me from, prevent me from buying a watch, but it's kind of irritating to me. Look at that, guys, 6 positions of micro adjust. 6 positions of micro adjust. Solid links, solid end links, and this is held together by the pin and collar system. If you'll notice, it does have, there's like H links in between that are brushed. The middle links are polished. That's kind of, I don't know. That any polished area that's so highly polished picks up scratches, of course, especially on a bracelet because it's always bumping into everything. But they are not raised like other watches. I owned a Ball Marvelite Carrying Edition, which that's a great watch. Beautiful with the rainbow loom and stuff on it. It had something similar to this, but the center links were raised well above the rest of the bracelet. And it had the potential to just pick up tons of scratches on this. Let's take a look at the case back because the case back is very cool. It is very, like, a lot of engraving there. Let's look at it. It says SeaColt. It has a seahorse on it, 200 meters of water resistant, 660 feet, Swiss made, LJ-SCD-002, serial number 0130, and it says sapphire crystal on there. So that is super cool. Let's take another look, a quick look at the dial here. And says it's actually a pretty simple dial. I'm digging it. I dig it because it's not tons of writing, tons of stuff on the dial, all kinds of stuff. You have a 3 o'clock date window framed with the same rose gold tone, along with the hands and the edge of the bezel there. That's what kind of gives it that blue and gold kind of, you know, combination, which looks very cool. It says Jour at the 12, automatic at the 6, and Swiss made down at the very bottom. So how does this watch wear? Well, I've only had it for a couple days. I'll tell you a couple of things. One, the way the bracelet, I had a hell of a time with all the links and pins and collars and all that other kind of stuff. Oh, shoot, I almost forgot one thing I want to show you. Little Easter egg on this one's very cool. Check that out. Look at that. You're saying, what is that right there? What is that? Inside there, that is an extra spring bar. So good looking out, Jour. That is smart. They threw an extra spring bar in there. So you got 6 positions of micro adjust and then another little position there, which is farther away. So it's too close to be a micro adjust, although you might be able to use it for that. But it has a backup spring bar in there in case while you're adjusting it, you lose this one. Who hasn't been adjusting this little spring bar on the clasp and have it go pew and fly out, and then you're searching for it all over the table, on the floor, all that kind of stuff. Luckily, I've always found mine, but they threw an extra one in right there. That is super cool. I am digging that. So let's get back to the bracelet. Bracelet was a pain in the rear because of the way it's set up. You have to take out extra things to get the centers because they're separate from the rest of it. It's just weird. And maybe it was me and I was having a rough time with it, but that was kind of a pain. The highly polished center links, I can see where those will collect a lot of scratches and kind of be a pain. And one thing is unscrewing this. Now unscrewing it, it winds beautifully because it's got that Salida in there. Just super smooth. But it seems like, I don't know if maybe the machining, the interface between the threads on the crown and the crown stem are a little bit rough. Now I'm sure those will work out a little bit. I could probably throw a tiny bit of machine oil in there and just work it back and forth, but it feels like maybe a little bit gritty, like maybe there's some leftover metal shaving or something in there. But you know, everything works perfectly. It winds perfectly, sets date, no issues with that. Just a little bit gritty, and that's probably only this one. But yeah, guys, this is actually a beautiful watch. I'm digging this one. I think I stated before, I think they're about $850 over there on Long Island Watch, and it's just, I'm digging it. I dig it. The dial, the textured blue dial is fantastic. The color blue, that AR pop, you get a ring around the crystal that you can see is fantastic. So let's see what it looks like on the wrist. Let's take off this Tudor Black Bay. I am rocking again the Tudor Black Bay, which is a recent acquisition I picked up, and yeah, this is the same thing, man. This might actually have, this is more substantial. Might feel not as solid as the Tudor, but it's more substantial, the clicks. Almost a little bit more satisfying to me. But yeah, man, there it is. That's fantastic. Look at that AR on that heavily domed crystal. That is awesome. I dig that, man. I think it lets the watch pop. So let's get a lume shot and see what that looks like. All right, guys, so there it is. Pretty straightforward on the lume. Of course, all the indices are loomed, hands are loomed, second hand pip at the end is loomed, and minute track and on the bezel, outside the bezel, all loomed bezel. So it's pretty standard fare, man. It looks good. So let's flip this camera around and go get the final thoughts. All right, guys, so there it is, the Jour SeaColt. Guys, have you ever heard of Jour? I am really impressed with this watch. Swiss made. If you're talking about around the $1,000 range, because I think with shipping or tax, I think it was free shipping. I'm sorry, it was free shipping from Long Island Watch, but tax obviously had to get involved. They always want to get their pound of flesh. So we're up around $892, $895, somewhere around there once it was all said and done to the house. So you're under that $900, you're under that $1,000 mark. And for that, this is a very beautiful and substantial watch. I'm a fan. I really dig this thing. I bought this for my personal collection, but I thought I'd share it with you here on this channel. So guys, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And as always, rock that watch.